Girlfriend, have you ever wondered how to find the right fragrance? I know that this can be a challenge whether you're buying perfume or cologne for yourself or someone else. And we're going to get to the bottom of this in today's video. Hi, my name is Ingafay, and I'm a beauty enthusiast. In today's video, we will discuss what fragrance matches your frame of mind. Then secondly, we will discuss how you can match a fragrance according to your personality. And last but definitely not least, we will talk about fragrance anatomy and how to determine what the keynotes are of your fragrance. Let's do this, shall we? So what fragrance match your frame of mind? You know, fragrance is one of those things that is an affordable luxury, and it has its own sense of style and personality. I like to think about fragrance similar to clothing. We have different clothing for the different activities that we participate in our day-to-day life. We have our work style, which I will call sophisticated and confident, where we could wear a pair of slacks and a cute blouse, or it could be more formal, where we're either wearing a pantsuit or a skirt suit. But it is definitely sophisticated and confident. I know when I was working in a manufacturing plant, I didn't even wear either one of those. I went to work in jeans and a t-shirt. It just depends on where we're going and what the style is for that particular event. So your work style may vary, and depending on what your work style is, it's going to determine what kind of fragrance you would wear at work. Then we have a formal style. This could either be sophisticated and confident style, or more could be more of adventurous and spirited. You know, when you go to a formal event, it could be a cabaret where you may have a cute short dress on, or it could be more of a ball where it's a long dress. And depending on the type of atmosphere and the people that you're in, or really just the personality that you're feeling when you put on those clothes is going to determine the type of fragrance you wear. So it will be a different fragrance for that type of event as well. Now, let's talk about your son or your daughter's sporting event. You're going to have a casual and fun type of fragrance. You know, something you could wear with a cute pair of jeans and a cute top, something really casual but cute, and something that makes you feel comfortable in your skin and appropriate for that type of event. And last but definitely not least, we have the date night with your significant other, where you want to be romantic and thoughtful in this type of environment. So it could be a different fragrance for that type of setting as well. But you determine what your fragrance is based on your frame of mind. Now, there will be some people that just have one fragrance for this. But just like your clothes, you have different clothes for the different activities you participate in. So more than likely, you would have a fragrance for the different activities that you participate in too, that would kind of set the mood and put you right in the right frame of mind for the activity that you're participating in. Before I go into following personalities when you're buying fragrance for others, I wanted to remind you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll upload a video every Tuesday for your viewing pleasure, and we don't want you to miss a beat. So be sure to subscribe so you'll know when we upload the video. So now let's talk about following fragrance personalities to really be that attentive one. Now, a fragrance can be a lavish gesture of love when it comes to buying a fragrance for a family member or just really a significant person in your life. And the key thing to do when it comes to finding the appropriate fragrance is to follow the personalities. What kind of personality is the person that you're going to be purchasing for? Is it the sophisticated and confident? Are they more casual and fun? Are they more adventurous and spirited? Are they more romantic and thoughtful? What is your stance on this particular person? And you know them, you've spent time with them. Watch and see what you think, what type of personality identify with them. When you think of them, what do you think of? Do you think of any of those four things I just mentioned? Because that's going to help you really be able to pick out a fragrance that matches their personality. Fragrances are like people, they have their own personality. And when you connect the same personality together, you're going to have a surefire way of making sure you buy a fragrance that the special person in your life is going to absolutely love. Fragrances are used to enhance confidence. When you think of a fragrance, you may also think of what someone is striving to be. If they're more reserved and an introvert, but they want to be more fearless, then you want to buy a fragrance that's more going to give them a feeling of being sophisticated and confident, because that is what their desired outcome is. So you're more in tune with that. So it could be where they currently are, or it could be where they want to be or where they're going. You want to make sure that you're that attentive person to really find out what they are doing. You want to be that attentive giver. Another way that you can be sure that you buy something that they love is look at what they're already wearing. If they have a particular fragrance that they love, find out what that fragrance is so you can get something comparable to it. And we'll share exactly how that works later in the video. But before I get into the keynotes and how to determine what the fragrance anatomy is, I want to ask you, what type of fragrance do you wear? Do you wear a fragrance for the person that you currently are, or the person that you aspire to be? It's different for everyone, and you really, and being in tune with that person's goal and knowing exactly what they like and what they dislike is really going to help you hone into a fragrance that they will absolutely love. So make sure that, watch their mannerisms, find out what they're currently wearing, so you can kind of match it up and find something that's a little bit different but kind of similar to what they're already doing. So how do you find the perfect fragrance? The perfect fragrance can be encompassed in many different ways. The families of fragrance. We have florals, we have fruity, we have orientals, we have woody, just to name a few. There are actually 8 different types of fragrances, but I just wanted to briefly tell you about 4 of them, because I know those are some of the common ones that I have seen that people are interested in. So after you know the family of the fragrance, then you have the notes. That there are 3 different notes that each fragrance is made of. The top note is the first smell of the fragrance. If you were to spray it in the air, that's the first thing you would smell. Then the middle note is what's called the heart of the fragrance. And this is the smell that is released after the scent hits your skin. And then last but definitely not least is the bottom note. And the bottom note is what is actually unique to each person. It interacts with your unique body chemistry and what causes certain fragrance to smell a certain way on one person compared to the other. So those 3 notes can really help you in determining what fragrance your significant other would like. Because if you find out what they're already wearing, you can find out what those notes are and then get something comparable, somewhat of what I would call a twin fragrance, what they're already using. Make it more likely for them to fall in love with the fragrance because it's something similar to what they already wear. Then if you also know the family of the fragrance, that will help you as well, because if you know they like florals, then you can look for things that are already in the floral family that they more than likely would like as well. So knowing the family of the fragrance and the notes of the fragrance will give you a great combination of knowing exactly what that person would like if you're looking for a new fragrance. I know some people don't like to purchase fragrance for other people. If you use the 2 concepts of knowing the family of the fragrance they currently wear and the notes that they wear, you can combine those 2 to find something that's more of a twin fragrance. May not be the exact scent, but it could be a twin or a cousin of the current fragrance that they have that they would fall in love with. You want to try the fragrance on the skin, and you want to try it on the skin on the pulse points. And the pulse points would be your neck, would be your wrists, would be inside your elbow and behind your knee. That's where you want to put the fragrance. If you don't know what the key notes are, and most of the time it's not like it's on the fragrance jar, you can always use Google. When you Google the fragrance, it's going to tell you what the top note, the middle note, and the bottom notes are. And as a result of that, you are able to determine what those are, so then you can cross-reference something that's in that similar fragrance family that could potentially be a twin fragrance for the one that they currently love, but a little different. So that's a great way to do that as well. When it comes to the longevity of your fragrance, it really has a lot to do with the climate that you live in. And when you live in a colder climate like Bloomington, your fragrance only lasts 3 hours. However, in a warmer climate, like on the Gulf Coast where I currently live now, the fragrance can last twice as long. So the colder climates, you're going to have to refresh your fragrance more often than you would if you lived in a warmer climate. Another way for your fragrance to last longer is to layer your scent. So you can not only just wear the fragrance itself, you can have a shower gel or a lotion with a similar scent that will allow you to layer the scent so that the fragrance is will last longer and have more longevity because the scent is layered. You know, you may wonder when your fragrance actually expires. Fragrances really don't have an expiration date. They can last anywhere from 1 to 10 years. So it's really on a case by case basis on when your fragrance will expire. But like anything else, I mean, you want to wear it. If the scent changes, of course, you can just replace it then. But there's no dedicated time that it expires in a certain amount of time. It's on a case by case basis, depending on the fragrance itself. If you are looking for a fragrance twin for your significant other, I would love to set up fragrance finder appointment with you. We can sit down and discuss the type of fragrances that your significant other has and find the perfect fragrance that will fit their personality as well as their mood. So if you're interested in that link, be sure to click the link below in the description that will give you all the details about this fragrance finder appointment. And as always, thanks for watching and bye for now.